In October 2024, I hit a personal milestone, visiting all 7 continents. And this video is about the Oceania leg of that journey. Fiji. We had booked a resort in the Yasawa Islands. From the main island, we still had to take a boat, about 50 to 60 kilometers, to reach our first hotel.
You can see the warrior at the top of the rock. Say Pula!
Pula!
Alright. They're cutting the getaway to Yasawa.
After about an hour and a half on the water, we arrived at our first stop, Barefoot Quada Island Resort. The next morning, it was time for the main event, the shark dive. Now, I know what you're thinking. Shark dive? Are you out of your mind? But honestly, it was way more chill than it sounds. We only had to descend to about 12 meters, tuck ourselves behind a coral ledge, and just watch. No swimming, no chasing, just observing. Even better? You don't need a diving license. Just pay an extra 60 Fijian dollars and you're in. The dive shop handled everything: gear setup, transport, safety briefings. All we had to do was show up, get fitted with fins and masks, and let the pros take care of the rest. Each small group had a dedicated dive guide, a shark bodyguard, armed with a long metal stick to gently redirect any curious sharks that got too close. We took a short boat ride, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, to a reef just off the island. One by one, we slipped into the water and followed the guide down to the sandy bottom. There, nestled between coral ridges, we waited. The sharks didn't keep us waiting long. The dive team fed them twice during the session, which is why they show up so reliably. Watching them glide through the water, sleek, powerful, and surprisingly graceful, was mesmerizing. There was no fear, just awe. It felt like being in a nature documentary, except we were the ones behind the camera. After about 40 minutes, we began our ascent, pausing at 5 meters for a safety stop before surfacing and heading back to the resort. It was one of those experiences that stays with you, not because it was extreme, but because it was so unexpectedly peaceful. On the last day at this resort, we packed up our suitcase in the morning, had breakfast, and checked out of Barefoot Quad. Our next destination, Mantaray Island Resort. We headed up to the Hilltop restaurant for lunch. The view? Stunning. You could see the entire beach and the endless blue beyond. That afternoon, I grabbed a kayak and paddled out again. On the far side of the island, I even spotted a few goats. I couldn't help but wonder if they were part of the dinner menu. The next morning greeted us with sunshine and blue skies. For a moment, I thought maybe the weather forecast had been wrong and we'd get one more perfect day. I even started regretting not bringing my drone. We had planned to go hiking after breakfast, but just as we were about to head out, the sky darkened and the rain came pouring down. Tropical rain doesn't mess around. It's fast, loud, and relentless. Last day in the Yasua Islands, we waited in the resort's lounge for the ferry to arrive. After more than 2 hours on the water, we were back on the main island. On Saturday morning, I woke up early and snapped a few final photos of the ocean, one last look at paradise before heading off to our next adventure, to New Zealand.